Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to be doing a book review, and the book I'm reviewing is Assassin's Heart by Sarah Ahiers. And I'm just going to read the inside synopsis, so that'll probably explain it better than I can explain it. But it says, in the kingdom of Laverio, 9 rival families of assassins lawfully kill people for a price. As a high-skilled member of one of the most powerful clans, 17-year-old Leah Saldana has always trusted in the strength of her family, until she awakens to find them murdered and her home in flames. The Devias, the Saldanas' biggest enemy, must be responsible, and Leah should have seen it coming. But her secret relationship with the Devias' son, Val, has clouded her otherwise killer instinct and given the Devias more reason than ever to take her family down. Racked with guilt and shattered over Val's probable betrayal, Leah sets out to even the score, with her heart set on retaliation and only one thought clear in her mind: make the Devias pay. So, yeah, from the premise that I read in here, I thought this was going to be a really cool, really interesting book, and sadly to say, I was pretty disappointed with this book. I gave it a 2 out of 5 stars, so yeah, it was pretty disappointing, and I'm glad I got it from the library and I didn't buy it, because I probably would have bought it, but I got it from the library instead, so glad for that. I'm usually good at picking books that I know I'll like. There's only been a handful of times that I've bought a book where I'm like, oh, I wish I didn't buy it. It was really a letdown. So I'm usually good at picking out books I know I'll like, but this one, the premise sounded so good and interesting, and I felt like it had a lot of potential, just the execution wasn't there. But I felt like it had potential. One thing I'll say with this book is everything is really straightforward. One thing going into this book, I thought there were going to be a lot of twists and turns, and I thought, for sure, we would get to a point in the book and find out it wasn't actually the Devias who took down her family, but it was another rival family trying to gain power or something like that. But that didn't happen. And then I figured, well, okay, if it is the Devias, maybe Val didn't know what the family was planning, and he was kind of out of the loop, and he would, help her out later on when he finds out what happened. He would, help her out and sort of go against his family or something like that. Again, totally not it was pretty straightforward, and like the synopsis said, the Devias took down her family. It says it in the synopsis, not a spoiler. So I thought there would be a twist with that, but there wasn't. Really, there's not very many surprises in this book. Now, the reason that the Devias killed her family is different than what's expected, but it's still not like, oh my gosh, that's, so surprising or such a shocker. So really there's really not anything in here that really takes you by surprise, that leaves you going, what just happened? No. It's pretty straightforward. Most of it is pretty predictable. There are a couple little things at the end that I didn't see happening, but again, it wasn't like a huge surprise either. So yeah, like I said, pretty predictable, nothing really surprising about it, and I wish it had more of those twists and turns, more of, things that you just wouldn't expect. I did like that there's a lot of action in this, because I like books that have lots of action scenes, so I did like that. As far as the characters go, that was another kind of disappointment there. I really didn't care much for any of the characters. Leah, the main character, she was okay. I mean, I didn't love her, but I didn't hate her. I just didn't connect with her. She was just okay to me. And for her, though, I wished we got to see some more of her internal struggle. Like, one thing, let me backtrack a little bit and explain a little bit about this world. So, with this world, with the assassins, they all follow this goddess of death. Her name is Sapphirella or something, and she's pretty much a bloodthirsty goddess, all about death and murder and stuff. And so a lot of the killings that happen in the city are just like, they try to justify it. So it's like, it's okay if someone dies, they can take comfort in the fact that, maybe Sapphirella will grant them a fast rebirth. So like, they believe in being reborn, and so you'll have a fast rebirth. And just the way they go about the death and the killings in this world, it was just so ridiculous, because the way that it goes, pretty much anyone can hire an assassin to kill someone for any little thing at all. I could be walking down the street and see someone and be like, I do not like that person's outfit. I want them killed. I've got the money. I'm going to pay to have someone assassinate them. So it seemed so ridiculous that, as long as you had the money, you can pretty much pay an assassin to kill someone for any reason at all. And they don't even need, assassins don't even need a reason. They just, if you pay them and tell them, hey, I want this person dead, that's what they do. And so I felt like, that was kind of ridiculous. I mean, I like assassin books, but I feel like there should be a good reason or motivator behind, why they would kill someone. Not just, I'm going to kill this person because you gave me money, and, I just thought there should have been more to it. It just felt like, let's just kill people because we can. And just, yeah. Anyway, I'm sort of rambling now. Anyway, but my point is, with Leah's character, though, she was all about avenging her family. getting revenge for her family's death, making the Devias pay, taking them down, killing them. And she gets to a point, towards the end of the book, she gets to a point where I feel like a switch is flipped almost, where before she was so consumed with getting revenge, and then it was almost like a switch flipped, and she was like, maybe murder isn't the answer. And I'm like, really? After all that? Like, I wish I could have seen more of that internal struggle with her throughout the book. If it was more of a, she feels like she has to get revenge because that's what her family would want. She's obligated to do it. But at the same time, she knows that it's not going to change anything. It's not going to bring her family back. And so she has these two conflicting emotions of, should I really be going down this path? Should I really do this? On the one hand, I really want to. They should pay for what they've done. But on the other hand, maybe this isn't the answer. So I would have liked to see that more, that internal conflict more throughout the book, rather than just, she felt guilty about her family's death for most of the book, and she felt like she had to get revenge, and then all of a sudden, towards the end, it's like a flip switched, and it's like, well, maybe this isn't the answer, So, yeah, I would have liked more with that, but anyway, so, like I said, as far as the characters go, I wish I got more of that with Leah. The other characters, didn't really care about them either way. The villains in this book, one thing I'll say is, like, it's hard to write a really good villain, but this book, I feel like the villains are just more of a nuisance. They're annoying, but they're not really villains or good villains. I want, you want villains that you hate them so much, you love to hate them, and you hate them so much, and you want to see them get teared down, and so you root even more for the protagonist because you're like, yeah, take them down, they're evil. Or, if you had a villain that had some redemptive qualities, like Klaus from Vampire Diaries, or Regina and Rupple from Once Upon a Time. You have those villains where, you can see the redemptive qualities in them, and you want to root for them, and you're like, yeah, go. So, but we didn't get either of that with this book. The villains were just more of an annoyance than anything. So, like I said, I really didn't care about any of the characters. Really, the only reason I think I really gave this 2 stars is because it was pretty action-packed, and I do like actions, but as for everything else, it was a pretty big letdown. So, yeah. Anyway, that's pretty much my review. Let me know what you guys thought. If you liked it, great. There's a lot of positive reviews on Goodreads for this book. So, hey, if you liked it, great. But for me, it just didn't do it. Let me know in the comments below if you've read it, what you guys thought. And, yeah, I will see you guys next time with another video. Bye.